Welcome back to my studio. I'm still Andy Morris, and this is my living room, actually. But I've told you that a million times. All right. Okay, well. Okay. Hey, Heather. John, how's it going? So I'm not going to paint a face today. I really do think I'm done with the faces for a while. But, it was a learning process. I mean, I discovered at least a couple of different ways to make some abstract faces. So, now that's in my toolbox. So, this painting is going to be one of my famous stripe paintings. I sold a bunch of these. They're fun to paint. I generally start them off with some rather, not even always. I mean, this is this already has movement going this way, but I don't always do that. Sometimes I start them off just with random marks, and then usually I'm skipping a step on this one. So I don't know how that's going to work, but usually the next step, once it's like at this stage, which is just ugly and everything, then I would take white gesso and paint over it, but it would be like a veil of white. Okay. It wouldn't be opaque. I mean, I know gesso is generally opaque, but the gesso I buy, that basics gesso, it's a cheaper gesso, and because of that, it's not as opaque. So, which is something I probably should have mentioned a long time ago. But if you're wanting an opaque, an extremely opaque gesso, then that's not the one you'd probably want. But it's about the only gesso I've found that didn't have fumes. I'm just real sensitive to that shit. I don't know why. I wasn't always. I mean, when I was a kid, it's like I kind of like fumes. I can remember intentionally inhaling some fumes. Maybe that's why they bother me now. I don't know. Anyway. And I'm breaking my own rules here, which I shouldn't do. But rules are meant to be broken, even the ones you make for yourself, I think. So Because one of my rules is because like the spaces here are all different, right? All different widths, which is good, variety. But this space from this edge to this edge, etc., the tape is the same width throughout. So that's what I mean about breaking one of my rules. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do that, but but that could be something. I mean, I don't know how it's going to look because I've never done it. So, All right. So even once you have a like a process, a strategy, a technique or whatever, well, a set of techniques. But a way of creating, a certain style of painting. Once you have that and you're happy with it, keep doing it, but change it up, at least every now and then, right? It's not cheating. Don't marry your paintings. Don't marry your style. That way it's not cheating. Also, ordinarily, I wouldn't paint every one of these as, one color, but I'm going to do that today. Again, because I've never done it. Now I already know that this tape is bleeding because I wasn't able to get, obviously one thing that helps is going in the direction of the tape. That helps to keep it from bleeding. Thicker paint, but this isn't thicker paint, this is thinner paint. So I know it's bleeding. I don't know how bad. I'll know in a minute. See, I'm applying this pretty thick, but it's still, I don't know if you can tell or not, but you can see, what's underneath there. So it's not opaque. But this gesso's been thinned out a little bit because I was at the end of the bottle. Although I think I have some more under somewhere. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Oops. So there's a little bit of variety in these, but not much. I mean, I'm pretty much every stripe that I'm painting right here is the same. I mean, the same value, certainly the same color. Really, the only thing affecting it is what's underneath. That adds some variety, but not much. So I wouldn't ordinarily do it that way, but that's the way I did it today. So these edges aren't going to be sharp. But that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. It bled a lot there. Because there's so much texture on the canvas. It's really hard to... There's some tricks you can do. You can, once you have your tape put down before you start painting, you can take gloss medium and paint on the edges, or gel medium, any clear medium, and just with a little, like a liner brush or something, paint on the edges, and that'll stop it from bleeding. Yeah, the thing, I may have gone from bad to worse, but I don't know. At least there's more variation in this now. Oh, here it is. I was trying to peel one that there wasn't tape there. I don't know what I was trying to peel. Okay. Well, this is actually picking up some of the stuff that's underneath there. That's okay. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, it's going in that direction. So it would need to dry at this point. You know, there's not. I really can't do anything more on this until it's dry. So, but you just keep, you know, like layer after layer, you know, and it's like picking the right colors because this style of painting, this genre, whatever, it is heavily dependent on the color choices you make, on whether or not people will go, wow, you know. If you make the right color choices, people will go, wow. I don't know. I'm just always like when people say, I just don't know how you do it. It's like I don't consider my paintings that difficult to paint, you know, personally. Especially these. I mean, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty easy. I don't think I've taught that in a course though, from start to finish. I guess I should do that. This one needs work. I gotta find some colors I like. You know what? I think I'm gonna use some neutral colors. What the hell? Here's some brown. Well, like that is neutral colors. Yeah. Anyway. Let's mix the brown. I don't know what color this is. This is an interesting brown. You know what? I think I'm gonna. Lots of water. I'm just gonna paint over the whole thing. So all the values are being knocked down. You know. Like you're looking through a smog, you know, like you're looking through smog. So I might do something like that. A little more opaque in a few places. You know, just to add some variety. Seems like it's peering up out of there, sort of. That orange is, you know, calling too much attention. Okay, so let it dry and then come back in with some colors and, you know, build up the layers, right? But it has to dry. Oh, I forgot I even had this one. So this was already trying not to be a face, so that's cool, I think. Actually, it's trying to be a face there, but I don't want it to be a face. Not today. Okay. So I got too many brushes. All right, that's better, I guess. All right. Don't want to use blue. Let's use green. Start with some green. I gotta order some more colors. Now, that's one of the wonderful things about house paints is you can actually you can get samples made of you know, whatever. These are samples, but I just ordered off the shelf. You know, it's like these were just colors that they. Well, I mean, I suppose they had to mix them. I don't know, but the point is, I didn't make up a color, but you can make up colors. You know, you can grab a piece, but then you have to go down there. But like you could grab a piece of anything, you know, any piece of paper or something that they can put in their scanner. They have a scanner, you know, and it matches it pretty damn good usually. So like, you know, if you wanted this green, you could take this down there and they would match it, you know. So, or this color here, or you could mix up some colors. You know, you could just spend an afternoon mixing up colors and, you know, on some watercolor paper or whatever, cardboard, you know, whatever you wanted. Watercolor paper or something like that might be better, but you know, and then you know, from your own colors, and then you'd have like, it'd be your color. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be a unique orange or yellow or green that nobody else was using. And, you know, especially it could be your own palette, you know, the combination of colors that you had created yourself. So I need to put that in, of course, don't I? I shouldn't have done that, but I did. This is the proper way to take care of your materials.